All right, everyone, welcome back to the Business Blast podcast. This is your host, Tyler Wagner, and today I am here with Dennis Roberts. He's the CEO of Business Coaching for Premium Coaches. So welcome to the show, Dennis. Glad to have you, man.
Thank you, Tyler. Much appreciated.
Of course, I will dive right into the first question. The first question I have for you is, what's the best story from your life that has an underlying valuable message?
Okay, well, once upon a time, there was an independent organizational psychologist and mentor called Denis, who had run his own private practice for over 30 years. One of his key goals in life was to build a fully independent business and teach others to do the same. Denis was highly trained and good at what he did. And over the years, he built a practice that was almost entirely based on client referrals. While this provided him with a reasonable living, it did not provide an independent business model for continuously growing his business. One day, Denis succumbed to the most negative message and self-fulfilling prophecy that anyone can tell themselves. I'm no good at marketing. I can't do it. Because of this, he fell prey to a marketing guru in sheep's clothing who reinforced Denis's negative message to himself and enticed him into his franchising flock under false pretenses. You'll get the best of both worlds, my marketing platform and treasure trove of power words, yet still be able to market your own business under your own brand. It was only after signing up to an expensive franchise that Denis discovered that neither were true and that all the marketing materials were geared to network marketing and selling the franchise. Denis felt a major disconnect and was unable to market both the franchise and his own practice and realized that he'd taken a major wrong turn. He feared his business would collapse, and he didn't know how to retrieve the situation. In parallel with this, Denis became increasingly immersed in the work of Wallace Wattles and the world of creativity and abundance. This led him to finding Michael Robbins, who you've interviewed, and taught him how to meditate and enter the eternal moment of the here and now, where time stands still, all fear and anxiety evaporate, and where our true gift and voice meets with the universal, and where we experience the wellspring of our creativity and the phenomenal freedom of our independence. Happy ending. This taught Denis how to do the same for others and enable clients to discover their own true gift and build a practice and business model that was entirely shaped around them and their clients as individuals, and thereby form the basis of creating their own unique designer brand. His new business model replaced franchise model with a mastermind organization of designer brands founded on mutual benefits and best practice, built through reciprocal strategic partnerships and enabling clients to retail services and products at his company's premium rates.
Thank you so much, Dennis. That story was incredible. The next question I have for you is, what's the most valuable piece of information we should know that's within your expertise or industry?
Being true to yourself and genuinely caring about your clients is the biggest gift you can offer.
And what's your best piece of overall business advice, so not necessarily industry specific?
Have a clear vision and mission in life, founded on your passion, purpose, and true gift, and commit to the fulfillment of your goals.
And if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that be?
Don't have any regrets or repeat mistakes. Just treat every mistake as a blessing and an amazing learning opportunity that can only make you stronger.
And in your opinion, what's the key to happiness?
awareness of the depth of your creativity and independence, that all is well, and being thankful in the knowledge that you have the capacity to deal with anything that life brings.
And what's the best book you've read, and what was the number one thing you learned from it?
The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. And it captures the science and art of intervention, and that to create and manifest something material involves the interplay of being and doing, the interplay of vision and action, and to bring something into being not only needs a clear vision, but also a clear manufacturing process. It needs to be designed, produced, prototyped, tested, and refined. We produce fully individualized programs shaped around participants and their clients as unique individuals.
And what's your favorite quote and why?
Quote by William Shakespeare and later adopted by Pablo Picasso. The meaning of life is to find your gift. Purpose of life is to give it away. Why? Because it encapsulates the truism that unconditional giving and receiving forms the basis of gratitude and the cornerstone of absolute love.
Thank you so much for coming on, Denis. The last question I have for you is, where is the best place for people to find you online?
Business Coaching for Coaches, that's one word, .com, which will take you to the main website. It's a HTTPS, meaning that it's a secure website, but just put in the domain name and you'll get there.
Perfect. Thank you again for coming on, Denis. We really appreciate it.
Well, thank you. Thank you for an excellent opportunity, and have a good day.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.